the man accidentally bumped into a prison guard. He was immediately pinned against the wall.
Watch yourself, fish.
In the struggle, the man managed to steal the guard's walkie-talkie. Back in his cell, Mike borrowed several books from the inmate in charge of the library. He asked him to place a paper crane in the doorframe on the far right. Then, together with Miguel, he tore pages from the books, soaked them with water, and pasted them over the window and air vent. When a guard delivered dinner, Mike stored the food in a sock. He soaked the sock, then squeezed out the moisture, extracting salt from the meal. Next, he placed the stolen walkie-talkie battery into the toilet. Once the salt water reacted with the battery, it produced electrolyzed water. Hydrogen gas from the water rose toward the ceiling. Meanwhile, Mike pulled a cord from his mattress. He climbed onto his bunk, disconnected the ceiling light's wires, and used a bandage to attach one end of the cord to the power source. With everything ready, Mike had Miguel stuff his ears with wet tissue. Then they hid under the bed. Since hydrogen is lighter than air, staying low would keep them safe from the blast. Mike pulled the cord. A spark reacted with the hydrogen, triggering an explosion that blew the cell door open. They rushed out immediately, sprinting to the end of the corridor. They retrieved the paper crane wedged in a door crack and burst inside. After overpowering a patrolling guard, Mike took his keys and unlocked the door. They reached the laundry room. Mike toppled a metal shelf, pulled a paperclip from his pocket, and used it to unscrew bolts from the shelf. They reassembled the parts into a makeshift ladder, but a metal pipe blocked the window. Mike emptied clothes from a bucket, grabbed a fire extinguisher, and sprayed gas into the bucket. He then added alcohol, stirred it with a broom, and created a simple coolant. He applied the coolant to the window glass and the metal pipe. Rapid freezing made the pipe brittle. Mike easily pried it loose and shattered the glass. They squeezed through the narrow window. Mike tossed a rope made of braided clothes down the roof, creating a false trail suggesting they'd climbed down. In reality, they used the ladder to climb upward onto the roof. They pulled the ladder up before guards noticed, then escaped across a corridor overpass connected to the outside. After climbing down from the overpass, they finally made it into the woods. Miguel called his associates for extraction, but in the end, Miguel betrayed Mike.